Hello and welcome to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I'm going to be talking about the importance of the words I love you.
So the big question is this: how are parents like us, who don't have a manual, who are doing the best we can, who feel as though we aren't enough, how are we going to raise healthy, happy children who we are proud of and still keep our sanity in that process? That's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Ryan Roy, and welcome to I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, a podcast for parents who are being real with themselves.
Hey, welcome back to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I'm going to be talking about the importance of the words I love you, or I love you, or I absolutely love you, or I love you so much sometimes it hurts. Do you know how much I love you? My son's response is lots. Do you know how big that is? Can you fit it in a box? He's like, I don't think so. Can you fit it on the planet? I don't think so, Dad. Can you fit it in the universe? Just barely. See, those words are so simple, and most parents would say, my kids know I love them. I don't have to say it. And I would challenge you to say they need to hear it. In my previous episode of Ripple Effect, I talked about a positive and negative effect of the ripple effect. And what can be the negative of not hearing the words I love you? See, some of you out there know that your parents never said I love you to you, or they said it so seldom that you're not sure if they ever said it, or maybe it was only that one time they told you. And that one time could have been when they were extremely sick and didn't know if they were going to make it, and they thought that I can't leave this planet without saying that to them. Why must we be in a critical situation in life to utter the most important words your children could ever hear you say? I love you. See, dads especially, men are too macho sometimes to say I love you to their children. Lose that. That is such an antiquated idea. The amount of broken men that I've come in contact personally or researched, when I listen to their stories and I ask them about their fathers, many of them have no relationship. And then those who had a relationship, they say, Dad was just there. I know he loved me. And I ask, did he ever say it? No. Are you sure he loved you? Yeah, I'm sure. Did you ever doubt it? Yeah. And they ask, why couldn't he just tell me? What's so hard about that? But these same broken men have a hard time expressing those words to their wives, to their girlfriends, to their own children. Because they never received that love, they don't know how to give that love. So moms out there, encourage your significant others to say I love you to their kids early and often. I have a men's group that I have on Facebook that I moderate. It's not my group, but I am an administrator in there. I moderate. And it's called First Time Fathers. So if you guys want to go out there and find it, feel free. It's for men only. It's for first-time fathers. And it's for men who are really seeking to be a better man in their life, so that they could be a better man for their children. And on a weekly basis, we have 3, 4, 5, 6 dads have their first child. And the pictures come and they say, I've never understood love this way. This is the most amazing feeling. And my fear is that those feelings subside, that initial high of being a dad, the real world kicks in, bills kick in, mom is tired, you're tired. You feel inadequate as a person, as a father, Maybe someone didn't teach you how to do it, so you don't know how to do it. And a lot of those feelings turn into, well, I'll just let mom take care of some of those things, and dad will do what dads do, and we'll go provide. And that slowly turns into not spending a lot of time with the kids, but justifying it because you're supplying a paycheck. If I said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Kids do not spell love Love. They spell it Time, which means time. Kids know that you love them by the amount of time that you spend with them. So dads and moms, listen to me. Spend time with your children. Stop buying them shit. Just spend time with them. Get a box from Amazon. Keep it and give it to a toddler and see what happens. I just hosted an event not too long ago, and the person I was hosting it with had brought some flowers. And they had a big, long, like rose petal box. And she has a 10-year-old son, and he came with her. So we unloaded these vases of flowers. We put them as centerpieces on this event. And then her son, 10 years old, I love this. He jumped in the box and acted like it was a race car. Right there in the middle of a restaurant. And I almost feel, as I looked to her, I almost felt as though she was slightly embarrassed. And I just smiled and I said, that's awesome. Man, he is cruising down some highway right now or down some racetrack. He's in his own little world. Next thing you know, he was crashing. And then the box was ripping apart. And I said, but we got to clean up the crash site. And she looked at me and she's like, I got it. And that's kids, right? They have this imagination and we must feed it. You know, I don't know jack about parenting. I just know that we got to tell our kids that we love them, and we got to show our kids that we love them. So, like I was getting at, stop buying them stuff. They have this creativity and this mind that will go for days if you allow it. You know, how do I love my son? The other day, he had a friend over, and he's like, Dad, we want to buy this thing on this video game. Can I buy it? And I was like, and his friend starts justifying it. Well, he did really good in school this week. I said, listen, you don't need to sell it to me. You guys are going to get it. Let me just put in a password and make it happen. I said, he's always a good kid. And I don't need a reason to buy him something if he wants it. You're here, you're his friend. And it's inexpensive, and you guys are going to have a ball. So the next day, mind you, playroom full of toys. They had just gone out and done stuff. They were busy all day long, and they come in and say, we're bored. Can we buy another addition to this video game? And I said, no. And then his friend starts justifying it again. And I said, listen. The answer is no. So then my son's friend starts freewheeling and spending my son's money. He goes, well, he'll pay you for it. I said, this is not about money. This is about creativity. You guys say you're bored. I say look around. I see a ton of toys. I see board games. I see a stack of video games. I see other game consoles. If it came down to it, we have iPads, we have phones, we have computers. Why is it that the only way you guys think you're going to solve your boredom is by spending money? See, I show my son I love you by making him be creative, by pouring into his friend and saying, I'm not spending money when you have enough to entertain you. And here's where the magic happened. His little brother has a train set that hasn't been built yet. I said, can you guys do me a favor? I got this baby train set that needs to be built. I said, could you guys put it together for me? And his friend goes, yeah, that's going to be easy. And I knew it wasn't easy because it's one of those wooden train sets that have all kinds of pieces, and it had a map, and It's probably a 100-piece train set. So for the next hour and a half, these boys are putting together this train set. And then what do? They proceed to go back to their early childhood and they play trains with my younger son. And they're showing him how to do it and how to push the trains around and how the magnets grab onto each other and he's over there laughing and having fun and he's like, choo-choo train. And they were probably there in total about 2 hours when they told me I needed to spend money. See, I don't need to spend money to tell you I love you. I need to challenge you to be a better version of yourself. And that says I love you. Giving in to your child is not telling you or telling them that you love them. Stopping, spending time, critical thinking, and verbalizing at the end of each day or multiple times a day, I love you, is letting your kids know that they're loved. I can't tell you how many times a day I tell my son I love him. Both boys. I think I'm the luckiest dad in the whole wide world. And I hope every dad feels that way. Because I have two amazing kids that make me a better version of me each and every single day. And I think it's one of my parental duties to make sure that without a shadow of a doubt, they know that I love them. And I think it's each one of you who are listening to this, whether you're a grandmother, a grandfather, a parent, a son, you need to let the people who are important in your life know that you love them. And the best way to do that is by saying it and then backing it up with actions. We'll see you in the next episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting.
Do you want to be the dad you wish you had? If so, go get my free book, Be the Dad You Wish You Had, at BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com. Inside, you'll find my most effective 40 tips to quickly and easily transform yourself into the ideal dad. Go to BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com now and get it while it's free.